Okay, so I think we're good to go here. Game audio is good, mic audio is good. Making sure the YouTube preview, it's doing the YouTube preview thing. Do that, do that, do that. Go over here, do this. That's that. That's that. Very nice. I think we're good to go. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope you're doing well here today. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, which means today is the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Well, which is one of my favorite days of the week because not only do I get to just sit down, plunk down, enjoy playing some MCOC just for kicks, but it also means I get to pour myself a bowl of cereal and chow down and relive some of that childhood nostalgia, which is exactly what we're doing today. So, while I get a little bit of EQ going, burn through some of that energy, stay on top of that so it doesn't sneak up on me like it had last month. Gonna be jumping in the Tier 4 Basic Arena, actually. It was a bit of a misnomer in the title. I was thinking about doing the Sunday Arena, but realized that with Monday starting up tomorrow and with me going for 5-star featured iHulk, it'd be a nice thing to just get Tier 4 Basic Arena done, out of the way, so I can just focus solely on the featured grind. Looks like the cutoff today for iHulk was somewhere in the realm of high 40s, 47 mil ballpark. Maybe a little bit less, but about 47 mil, which is pretty well expected. And that is where I'm going to be aiming for when that all starts up again tomorrow. But until then, hi everyone. Flash won't say big howdy, asking how's it going? It is going well. It's kind of hard to believe that the weekend is over already, no doubt, but I am excited that tomorrow is starting off a new week on a high note. Looking forward to all the crazy stuff coming out next week. It's going to be a super busy week. And, go from there. Before we get too far along, though, I do want to welcome the latest Vaughn subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Always a bunch of cool stuff coming down the pipes, like I was just saying, so make sure to smash that like, subscribe button, most importantly, and ring the notification bell at the top of the page. Stay on top of stuff as it drops. Just throwing up a little something on the YouTube here, and then put out a tweet hosting the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Ba-ba-ba. 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 So let's do a couple things. Couple, double. While I am futzing around here on the Twitter, definitely want to make sure that still burning some energy here so that doesn't all sneak up on me either, because the point of this is just, again, burn some energy, make sure I stay on top of the monthly event. Because last time I wound up saving everything to like the last week, and specifically the like the entire bit of Cavalier difficulty to the last like 3 days, and that was so unbelievably painful. I don't recommend. I do not recommend. and stop by for some MCOC and Joe. Do that. And link. Awesome. And tweet. There we go. I probably should have done this before I went live, but nevertheless, here we go. Here we go. So, again, tonight's cereal is Lucky Charms, which is the first time I'm chowing down on Lucky Charms in a long, long time. So, cheers, everybody. Lucky Charms is such an interesting cereal. I will say this, the marshmallows are a lot better than I remember. I was not particularly looking forward to the marshmallows. But they're not half bad. The rest of it is essentially just Cheerios, but yeah, overall, I'll give it a solid 1 thumb up. Not my favorite. Probably would not be able to chow down on an entire box, but definitely a very nice treat to have, nevertheless. What up, Tom? Tom stopping in, saying big howdy. And how's the Lucky Charms? Very good. Very good. A lot better than I remember. And it's a very nice treat. Especially, again, it's not hyperbole. I have not had Lucky Charms in probably about 15 years. So, it's nice. It's actually pretty nice. Happy Sunday, bud. Hope the weekend found you well. Uh-oh. Just trying to get Kingpin out of here. And the only reason I'm doing this here is because I want to free up these 3 champs for the Tier 4 Basic grind starting up here. I threw up this the team in the Sendy 5-star arena just as like a placeholder, just so that they would be on cooldown by the time I would start up again. Essentially just buying myself an extra round of these champs, but you know, again, I'm probably gonna wind up sitting that out and just focus on the Tier 4 Basic, the important stuff, because fully formed 4-star crystal is nice out of all of that, but really it's the I need so much freaking Tier 4 Basic. It's ridiculous. I know we've talked about Cyber Weekend stuff almost ad nauseum at this point, but if it's anything, if I had one critique about the 4th of July stuff, you know, Tier 5 Basic, amazing. Tier 5 Class Shards, amazing. Tier 2 Alpha stuff, amazing. But none of that stuff does anybody any good unless you've got the Tier 1 Alpha and the Tier 4 Basic to go with it, you know, so and a bunch of high-end materials, which is really cool, but without like 80 different Tier 4 Basic and 70 Tier 1 Alpha to rank up like 4 or 5-star champs or 4 or 6-star champs, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good. So that's really why I'm focusing so much on Tier 4 Basic Arena right here, right now, and also why a lot of my glory is going towards fully formed Tier 4 Basic in the Glory store. It's just, you know, I needs it. I needs it. Come on. There we go. Getting crossbones out of here. Cheers, all. You so hot stopping in saying, what up, bro? Happy Sunday, almost Monday there. Well, a very happy early Monday to you there. Hope you're doing well. What's new? What's the latest and greatest? Hope the day has found you well. Getting absolutely rinsed by Yondu. Don't appreciate that much, but let's wrap this up. So here's my suggestion for improving and iterating on the Tier 4 Basic Arena, because It's nice. It's nice, but also I think it's pretty outdated. So in lieu of either doubling down on the rewards, so like 1.1 mil is 2 tier 4 basic and 2 million is another 2 tier 4 basic. My suggestion would be, why not just like add another 10 or so milestones at the end, right? So you've got, you get one tier 4 basic at the 1.1 mil, you get another tier 4 basic at the 2 mil, and then just keep iterating from that. 3 mil, you get another one, 4 mil, you get another one, 5 mil, you get another one. That way, if you want it, you can go for it and you can get it. You still have the restriction that you actually have to play the arena. So, just to incentivize Kabam, I guess, on their ends to get people playing. But that way, again, each time the Tier 4 Basic Arena, each time the Tier 1 Alpha Arena comes around, you can really stock up on Tier 4 Basic, provided that, you're willing to put in the time to do it. Or the refreshes, whichever works. I know for me, I would absolutely flip for that. Especially if it's like an off week for Arena, where it's like a rerun champ. It's like, I would rather go and just farm the Tier 4 Basic Arena for like 10 catalysts instead of, getting Puncher 99 for the umpteenth time, as a 4-star or otherwise. My 2 cents, obviously, and I doubt it's going to change anytime soon, but wishful thinking, right? What would you guys like to see? Like, would that work, or would you like to see just a complete overhaul with just either more catalysts at lower milestones, or see the arena come around more frequently? I suppose the other bit is to just completely do away with the Tier 1 Alpha and the Tier 4 Basic Arena altogether. Just get rid of it. And in its place, have a Tier 2 Alpha, Tier 5 Basic Arena. Now, you aren't going to be able to get a fully formed Catalyst that way, but you can build up to the shards, and in doing so, in building up to whatever the shard amount is, at each milestone you wind up getting Tier 1 Alpha or Tier 4 Basic. So we still get it, it's just in a different arena going for something different, Sort of like how they wound up combining the 3-star featured champion and the milestones, which I really appreciate. It saves me from having to farm yet another arena, but still get the character that I really would still like too, Solves the whole problem of people not being able to play the champions in the first place. See if they even like them, or incentivized to go farm for them in as like a final stretch goal or in crystals or what have you. Come on. It's interesting I'm fighting a Quake that's actually quaking. It's not often you find a bot that does that. I'll take it. Tom wants to see some revives in there also. Yeah, sign me up for that. Revives always come in handy. Especially if they wind up releasing Variant 6 next month. Like they're kind of, sort of hinting at. Or the month after, whichever winds up being. Either way, revives are always in short supply. Especially with the new difficulty for the monthly events, with Book 2 Act 7 coming out next month. And just for basic champion testing too, You can't discount that. Like, you got a new character, you just want to take him out for a spin just to see how they handle without, like, tackling hard, like, ridiculous content, you know? Because I know we were talking about that a little bit the other night, but, like, come on. I think that's something that really, it's either lacking in the game or just really is, like, always takes a backseat to everything else. Is just playing for fun. That's not to say the game isn't fun. It's just that there always is some sort of, like, end goal, ulterior motive, seemingly. Right? You're taking a champ for a spin, but you're also getting, you know, completion for monthly events. You're taking a champ for a spin, but you're also doing arena, you know. It's not like I'm just playing Bishop because I haven't played Bishop and it's fun to play Bishop and it's just a laid back, chill something or another. Curious how that works, right? Flash bragging that hadn't done arena since the beginning of the summer. Very cool. Very cool. Hope you've enjoyed that break. And that's always a good thing too, being able to take a break, take a step back. Live life a little bit too. Lord knows I've been tempted to sit a few arenas out. I think I've sat out maybe 4 arenas in as many months, which works for me. I just appreciate the downtime, you know? Arena is great, and that's why I like Arena so much, because not only does it give me a chance to play the vast majority of my champs in one setting, but I can also go for and get new champs in the smartest, safest, quickest, cheapest way. But I'm not going to lie, it is rather time intensive. Is Bishop an actual Bishop? You know, I know he's been playing that really close to the chest and whatnot, but yes, he is a bona fide Bishop. He started off as a, started up, you know, just as like a choir boy, right? And then just slowly started working his way up the hierarchy. And yeah, now he's a Bishop. Man, get out of here, Terax. Doesn't help that I'm freaking Karnak and I can't do damage in the first place. That Terax had a lot of SIGs on him too. That Pyro was draining very slowly. Didn't help too that Karnak's only like projectile distance attack is his special too. Fun times, fun times. Uh-oh. I gotta say, I think this is the first time in Arena I've gone up against a Herald synergy team. Surfers I come up against all the time, Terax rarely, but never both of them together. So that Indestructible, when his Power Cosmic came back, that was new. As Isaac saying, I agree with you, Rob, that they should revamp the Tier 4 Basic Arena and having more milestones added with added Tier 4 Basic. I'm always in need of Tier 4 Basic or Tier 1 Alpha. If you're willing to grind, then why not? Amen. Amen. And that's the thing, too, because it's like, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people haven't ranked up their 4 stars at this point in the game. I know it certainly is for me, is because 4 stars, 5 stars, and 6 stars all consume the same resources, right? So 4 stars need tier 4 basic, 5 stars need tier 4 basic, 6 stars need tier 4 basic for some reason. For some reason. So, I mean, if you got a 4 star so and so and you got a 5 star so and so or a 6 star so and so, and you're like, I want to take one of these guys up. It's like, well, who do I take up? The one who's going to be just for fun as a 4 star, just to, you know, elevate them off the bench. Or do I want to use the 5 star that I actually can use, or the 6 star, which, you know, is future proof? It's not like it's one catalyst you need either, guys. You guys know, obviously. It's like, here, I'm going to do a rank up, and I need 6 tier 4 basic for a single rank up for a single champion. And if the arena that comes by every 9 days, 10 days, whatever it is, only gives you 2, it's going to take you a hot sec. So we'll see. I hope that they do. I know they haven't announced anything. They haven't said anything behind the scenes as far as I'm aware. So someday. Hopefully someday. Like, I know some people aren't going to like it. It's like, it's just one more thing to do. Like, there's enough stuff to do in the game in the first place. And that's a fair argument. There is. But it would just be nice to have it there for those that want it. Hey, what up, Lefty? How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I saw you streaming right as right as I was about to start up, but it's like, yeah, I want to go say hey to my bud. How'd the stream go, by the by? Do that, do that, do that. No, I do not want to use Quake. What am I thinking? I need Quake. AQ gives good rewards, and Glory Store also kind of improved on a lack of rank up materials. Yes, I will say that it is. It's nice. So we run map 7, right? Which means we get a whole bunch of map 6 and map 7 crystals. So out of that, plus with the Glory, you wind up making off pretty okay. Pretty okay in terms of added resources, right? It's really weird, I'm not going to lie, that I'm just as excited to pull tier 4 basic shards as I am tier 5 basic shards. It's strange. But, you know, that's kind of where we're at. And it's also weird for me, too, because, like, it seems to be flying in the face of the natural progression of the game, right? So, you know, 2 stars were always like introductory bottom of the barrel stuff, right? And 3 stars were like, oh, that's pretty cool, I got a 3-star. Then 4 stars were like, oh, I need a 4-star. Then 4 stars started to fade away, and by that point you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna straight up max out all my 2 stars, you know. 5 stars were introduced and 3s became the same way too. I'm going to max out all my 3 stars. I'm gonna awaken them, I'm gonna take them up as far as they go. They're never gonna be used again, but at least now I can max them out and they'll be there. Now that 6 stars not only are in game, but they're as prevalent as they are, and certainly this common meta. Part of me is like, well, I did that for my 2s and my 3s, and it should be time to do that for the 4s, but nope. I ain't got the resources, the catalyst, I don't have the gold. Frankly, I don't really have the ISO either. So that's not gonna happen. Even still, even if they did manage to solve that somehow, either by changing the quantity of resources needed to take up 4s and 5s, or striking tier 4 basic from 6 stars entirely, it still would be a Herculean task to rank up all of 4 stars up to a rank 5. Because there's like 180 dudes now, you know? I'm going to get rinsed right here, aren't I? Come on. Dang it. Come on. Well, there I go. I really dislike Symbiote Supreme's complete lack of power gain. It's like you can just completely wail on somebody. Come on. Come on. Wail on somebody and it does absolutely nothing. Right. Come on. Well, there goes all my... Stop it. Stop it. You can wail on somebody and it does, like, nothing. This is a much more intense, stressful battle than I was anticipating, and it probably would have just served me better to just take the knee, accept the KO. Come on. And move on. But, you know, I'm stubborn, so there we go. That fight took longer than the entire series. Nice, Lefty. Very nice. Watched an old Seaton video and he was excited to open his 4 stars. It was fun to see. Yeah, there was a time. There was definitely a time. I mean, there was also a time when pop-up offers were really exciting too because they actually added some value. Like, it was still like highway robbery what they were charging relative to what you got, but what you got at least was, you'd at least stop to think like, do I want this? Case in point, way back when 4 stars were practically impossible to get. They're essentially like 6 stars, but 6 stars like at the beginning of the year or like late last year, right? You could get a 6 star. It just takes you a long time to get it. 4 stars at one point were the exact same way. When one of the pop-up offers is like, hey, do you want to spend 3,000 units to get a fully formed 4-star crystal? I mean, 3,000 units is still 3,000 units, but, you know, with a bit of farming in game for a few weeks, you could get 3,000 units, and getting a 4-star crystal otherwise would take you a month and a half for a single one. So it's like, well, do I want to just grind out units in game for a couple of weeks and buy a 4-star crystal for an exorbitant fee of 3,000 units? But you get one. Or do you want to just like play the game normally and have it take like a month and a half, 2 months to get that 4-star otherwise? Not gonna lie, I wound up doing that a few times because, I mean, wouldn't you? For 6 stars? If you're playing the game already anyway and finally, you know, be able to flesh out your roster a little bit more and certainly get a jump on the game's hurry up and wait mechanics. But it's really weird to say nowadays. Like, I really wanted a 4-star. Hey, Man Falcon stopping in. What up, Falcon? What, pray tell, are Lucky Charms exactly? Like corn or rice or wheat? So, Lucky Charms is essentially Cheerios, right? So you've got a little um, rice puff, right? Well, my camera is garbage at close angles. Does it focus in if I do it this way? So it's like a little rice charm, right? With cute little shapes. But the gimmick is that you've got little marshmallows, and I have no idea what this is supposed to be. It looks like a balloon, maybe. So all the different marshmallow shapes are supposed to be different lucky charms, like, you know, like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, like a lucky horseshoe, a four-leaf clover, stuff like that. It's just that, you know, because it's a mass-produced cereal item, the marshmallow shapes don't really look like what they're supposed to look like. You know, case in point, a red balloon, I guess. So another one of those delightfully super sugary children's cereals that you know, every kid loves because it's super sugary with marshmallows for breakfast. And G-Sing stopping in saying, "Hey, Rob." G-Sing saying, "Bye, Rob." Well, hi, G-Sing, and bye, G-Sing. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for saying howdy, and I wish you well. Take care, bud. PP says, Lucky Charms are marshmallows polluted by untasty wheat thingies. See, I do think it's corn, or not corn, it's like a rice puff. Because, like, wheat, like for a wheat cereal, I think of, you know, Wheaties, right? And that's, like, so dry. Wheaties are nummy. Super nummy if you spice it up with a little bit of milk and some raisins or something, too. Like, you add to it. But, yeah, by itself, it's very, very vanilla. Hey, PC stopping in saying, yo, finally the champ has come back to Rob vonShoe stream. What up, PC? How's it going, bud? Always a pleasure to see you. Congratulations on the success of the stream yesterday. Saw that went very well. Very well. Good on you, bud. Slag stopping in. What up, Slag? Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Lucky Charms and Raisin Bran are my two favorites. Hey ho, Rob vonShoe. Everyone's got their favorite. Everyone's got their favorite. Raisin Bran is also my favorite, personally. Lucky Charms, it's nice. It's a nice treat. I'm glad I get to enjoy a cup of Charms here tonight. But I don't think it's something I could sit and eat a whole box of. But for tonight, I'm digging it. Lucky Balloons isn't such a name. I don't know. I should look it up. Because I know that, like, periodically they've got, like, limited time stuff. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, like, mass-produced marshmallows, right? This is supposed to be a pot of gold, right? And I guess it's yellow with orange, as I think that's supposed to be the gold. It's just not a very well-defined pot of gold, shall we say. So I get you. We used to have immense fun guessing which animal biscuit was which. Yeah, seriously, right? And that's even if they were fully intact. You know, sometimes in the box you wind up losing appendages here and there. You lose a head, the cracker gets cut or split in half. You can go all like Dr. Frankenstein and like, you know, put a couple halves together. Mix and match, right? I must say, out of all the cereals you have mentioned, Cinnamon Toast is the most tempting. I'm intrigued by it. Yeah, it's good. I genuinely enjoyed it. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, effectively, is if you take a churro and you just like slice it up into itty bitty little chunks. That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. A churro for breakfast. Looks like a Pikachu. I guess. I suppose. Yes, a little bit. Those ones are hilarious, though. I do remember the Pikachu, the Pokemon cereal, where you're supposed to have little Pikachu marshmallows. It's just like a nondescript blob of yellow with like two little like red spots painted on its what were supposed to be its cheeks, but like it would never mix. It would never align correctly. It always like smush around a little bit. So sometimes one of Pikachu's cheeks would be up here, another cheek would be like right there. Sometimes it was missing one. Sometimes it had three. It's like nightmare fuel. Tasted nummy, but all I'm saying is that the picture of what the cereal looked like on the front of the box did not entirely match the actual cereal inside the box. And get out of here, Mags. Not quite. Boink. PP saying Cookie Crisp, Cocoa Pebbles, and the Reese's Peanut Butter cereals are also great. Yes, those three are on the short list for the Sunday stream in upcoming weeks. It's not going to be next week. I already know what I'm doing next week. I'm actually pretty excited about next week. But maybe the week following, perhaps? Yeah, exactly. A Frankenstein pool. Um, then they ruined animal biscuits by carving the actual animal on the cookie side. What? Like the animal name or like the picture? Lefty saying, hey, let me know when you want to do another incursions push. We'll see about next week, perhaps, after Arena gets done. I gotta check in with Swag, because I'm pretty sure the Prime Incursion Tournament is coming up here pretty quick. Once that does, then I might need to sit out for a little bit, but yeah, I am definitely down. I'm looking forward to doing another run and seeing how that goes. Punchy, punchy, kicky, kicky. Cocoa Pebbles is just an alternate way to make chocolate milk. Yeah, same with Cocoa Puffs. Ah, yeah. I got you, Falcon. One of these weeks, too, I'm going to need to try and find something completely random. Like, they've got, like, Baby Yoda Mandalorian cereal now, which effectively I think is just, like, Kix, but, like, occasionally one is colored green. and like the most like existential crisis looking Baby Yoda on the front of the box. It's like out of all the adorable pictures of Baby Yoda out there that exist now, you had to choose the one that with like the most solemn looking melancholy Baby Yoda. As if he was like, my life has been reduced to this. Poor Baby Yoda. Still not talking Mandalorian spoilers yet, by the by, guys. That starts up tomorrow if it comes up. But I figured I should say that, put that out there into the ether for today's chat, that stream still is spoiler free for this week's episode. Are there little lizard eggs in Baby Yoda cereal? There should be. That would be a really fun tie-in now, especially after last week's installment. Or I could see that being like a board game for kids, like a Hasbro game. Snatch up the lizard eggs before Baby Yoda eats them all. Only you can prevent the extinction of this particular character's family line. I might leave that last part out. That's a bit dark. We'll just forget about that part. We'll just have a picture of Baby Yoda eating an egg and looking adorable doing it. Hmm. 41 minutes into the stream already, and that's the first yawn of the night. I am rather impressed with myself. Falcon saying, so I have to resub to Disney Plus tonight or tomorrow and binge how many episodes? 3 episodes so far for season 2. Should take you about 2.5, almost 3 hours. I will say this though, if and when it does wind up coming up in chat, I will always forewarn with spoiler warnings. Spoilers suck, guys. I hate spoilers, so everything I can do to avoid spoiling stuff, I will attempt to do so. Can we talk about season 2 of The Boys yet? Yeah, I figure that's fair. Because that aired last month, right? Early last month? Early October? I think that's pretty fair. Come on, Aegon. Let's dance. Kicky, kicky, punchy, punchy. Punchy, 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 kicky, kicky. Boink. Come on, Aegon. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Thank you. Dude's still not down. I mean, granted, this would have been a lot easier if I had played Sparky like the way Sparky is supposed to be played. But still, just like going in and wailing into him, that was a bit longer than I was bargaining for. When is Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out? That's next month, right? So I figure if you are going to renew for Disney Plus for a month, at least wait till next month when that comes out. That way you can binge both Mandalorian and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Come on, Doom. Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. like a good cornflake. Nice, light, crispy, not too sweet, nice color. Bit of milk and half pound of sugar equals heaven. Yeah. Frankly, that's why I like Raisin Bran so much. It's the best of both worlds. You get the bran flakes, which are pretty nice. They complement milk quite nicely. And you got the raisin, which is coated in sugar and ties it all together quite well. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, there we go, guys. Hey, 45 minutes on the nose. 45 minutes on the nose, and that's the first disconnect of the night. Right on the money. Haven't watched The Boys Season 2, but I've read the books, so I pretty much know what happens. Yeah, it's interesting, because I had heard that Season 2... Well, actually, no, I take it back. I'm thinking Umbrella Academy. Because Umbrella Academy and the book and Umbrella Academy, the show, apparently went in two completely different directions. Primarily just because some characters are still alive and some are not, or still around. Boys, I'm not as familiar with the book, but quite enjoyable. I think the resolution to season 2 was a bit sudden. A bit sudden for my liking, at least, but otherwise, I rather quite enjoyed it. Did you see the meme is stump front? Haha, yes. Everyone's saying that she's all down and out, but all I gotta do is like Darth Vader her back to life and she'll be around for season 3. I feel like everyone in the world should not spoil for my benefit, but my sense of self-importance could be slightly overinflated. Only a little bit. Only a little bit. Only a little bit, Falcon. Only a little bit. I mean, I know the world does revolve around you. We learned that in grade school, but... Nah, I'm playing. Boink. Did you see the meme? I read that one. Did you like my spoiler in the Discord meme chat? Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Boink. Dolores stopping in saying, which champ should I take to rank 5? 4-star Torch, Warlock, or Stealth Spidey? I'm on Act 4, Chapter 2, by the by. Of those, which are awakened? If Stealth Spidey is awakened, then probably... that's actually a really tough call, because they're all really good. Probably Warlock first for the double immunities and the power drain. Stealthy probably second, provided Stealthy is awakened at a decent sig level, because the slow ability is going to be immensely useful. But honestly, because all three of them are insanely good champions and all three of them are going to be immensely useful for different situations, I would almost play it whichever champ you get the class resources for first is the order you should rank them up in. Because you're going to need all three, ideally. But probably Warlock first for the immunities. Big congrats on the early rank up, though. That's really exciting. Really an exciting rank up there. Come on, dude. Boink. Beautiful. Really like Stealth Spidey, but I think I'm better with Warlock. Yeah, that's good. Also, for Umbrella Academy Season 2, Netflix didn't want an 8-year-old killing that many people. Yeah, and isn't Ellen Page's character... she died in the comics, right, at the end of the first arc? Like, gone and done, kind of dead, right? As opposed to, like, oh yeah, you know, we just beat her, but she can come back, sort of thing. Because, like, Season 2 of Umbrella Academy is very heavy on Ellen Page. As well it should be. Fantastic actress, but... Do you have any idea how important I think I am? I couldn't even possibly begin to fathom. Come on, Magic. Boink. Hey, stop it. Pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. Love it. Love it. In that case, then Dolores probably Stealthy last, because Stealthy gets a huge benefit from being awakened, whereas the other two do not. Dex that, make sure to get out of the way. Dex that again, still stay out of the way. Blarg. Speaking of Season 2s, finished Daredevil last night. That finale is really awesome. It is. It is. It just makes me lament Defenders even more. Because the hand was built up so well in Season 2. It also kind of feels like Defenders isn't supposed to tie in with the rest of it. It's almost feels like it's supposed to be like an expendable series, such that if you only watch the Daredevil episodes, you aren't going to miss Defenders. If you only watch Luke Cage, you aren't going to miss the Defenders. Because, like, none of them feel like they've been fundamentally changed by the show happening. I mean, Daredevil to a greater extent than anybody else, but I don't know, it's weird. Billy stopping in saying, yo, what up, Billy? Happy Sunday. How's it going? What's the latest? What's the greatest? Hope you're well. Alright, so let's throw up Warlocks, throw up Man-Thing and Ronin. Hey, much appreciated. Much appreciated, Dolores. Speaking of which, of arena grinds, shameless plug of the evening number 1. Feel free, everybody. Starting up tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same place. It'll be round 1 of the featured 5-star Immortal Hulk arena grind. I'm going to be going for the champ, hoping to get top 300. And first stream starts up tomorrow. So, I'm just going to be putting up some points. Still going to be the same chill, laid-back atmosphere. Just the way I like to keep it here. But with greater purpose. Hope you guys can pop in, say howdy. Looking forward to seeing you guys and chatting then. But that, again, is manana. Started Queen's Gambit on Netflix, recommended by a few Alliance mates. Good story so far. Takes a minute to get going though. That's what I've heard too. That's what I've heard too. I have not seen it yet. I will be seeing it. My interest is certainly peaked. Anna Taylor-Joy she's an interesting actress. It's fun watching like her show up in more things now, and it's cool seeing what she can do and what she's going to keep on doing going forward. So it's very cool. Very cool. Umbrella Academy Season 2 possibly better than Season 1. Season 2 had unexpected end. I liked Season 1 and I like Season 2 for different reasons. Season 2 focused on a different set of characters than Season 1 did. I think I liked the cinematography artistry a bit more in Season 1 than Season 2. But I think Season 2 certainly nailed developing the characters as more individual, interesting people, as opposed to this is the strong one, this is the weird one, this is the dead one, this is the Ellen Page one, you know? Boink. Probably watch a Daredevil Season 3 afterwards. Yeah. There would only be two things from Defenders that I would want to jump ahead to. I'd want to jump ahead to like episode 4 when they all actually finally get together for the first time. The bit at the restaurant. Just because I thought them actually finally getting together and quipping and talking amongst each other was very interesting. I mean, really what they should have been doing episode 1 instead of waiting a quarter of the season, but and then second of all, the office fight. It's pretty cool too. Outside of that, Cheers, Falcon. Much appreciated for the well wishes. Cutoff round 1 was about 47 mil. I think round 2 is going to be either a little bit less or right on par. So, ballpark, yeah, 47 mil again for me. Should be pretty well attainable. Certainly not a champ I would expect to go much higher than that. It's Isaac saying, Rob, any chance you are going to do an updated arena or featured arena streak, tips and tricks? I may wind up like toying around with a 5-star version of it, like using only 5 stars. But currently the 4-star strat still works, even with all the different updates and the new champs and whatnot. So possibly at some point. The actress on Queen's Gambit would be a good younger version of Jean Grey. Yeah, quite possibly. She was Magic in the in the New Mutants movie that came out that nobody saw. But since I don't think that's canon in the MCU, if they do wind up bringing, or when they bring mutants into the MCU, yeah, I suppose that she could be recast as somebody else. Because, I mean, granted, too, like, when they shot New Mutants relative to when it came out, like, the actors, like, are 4 years older. So, bit of experience, life experience, a bit of acting experience, too. between then and now. Let's do this. Oh, it's a win streak 15. Cool. Start in with the spicy stuff then. Billy asks, have they updated Arena again? No, they haven't. Not yet. Still talks, I'm sure, behind the scenes, but no, they haven't. They haven't updated anything for us. Yeah, character's very good in Umbrella Academy Season 2. Had some very good episodes. Oh, yeah. And it's nice, too, that they fleshed Diego out a lot more, too. That he wasn't just, like, knife version of Raphael. Where, like, number 1 is, like, the monkey version of, or a gorilla version of Leonardo. Oh, Billy. Well, Billy saw New Mutants. There you go. What'd you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or indifferent? I've been warned not to watch New Mutants. Well, viewer discretion is advised. I will say this. They did Logan, and then they did New Mutants. And they are two completely polar opposite movies. I did not like Diego's change from book to screen. Book version much more interesting. Interesting. Blink. Now I wonder if that was because they had more time to work with, or more screen time to fill with the show as opposed to the book, or if that was something that whoever the head writer was just like, well, nope. How about we do this instead? Billy gives New Mutants 2 thumbs up. I think it's on HBO now, right? Or HBO Go, HBO Max, HBO whatever it is. I think I remember seeing it advertised there, so yeah, when I get a chunk of time to watch, I'll give it another watch. I'll wait till it's on streaming at this point. That's fair. Like I said, I mean, if you're subscribed to HBO, I think it's there already. But not sure if it's gonna make its way over to Disney Plus, seeing as how it's still a X-Men property that got chopped up and sold as part of that whatchamacallit, Sony agreement or Fox agreement, whichever. Actually, you know what I should do? Come here, hit me. Hit me. A couple more times. Thank you. A couple more times. Couple more times. Come on, dude. Come on. There we go. Thank you, dude. Wonderful Darkhawk cheese. Where'd all the health go? What? Nick, you're supposed to heal all the way back up again, dude. Nope. Darkhawk says nope. None of that nonsense. Did they announce anything about Bond being released yet? Last I heard they were looking into it. I have not heard any updates. I'm sure that it's probably going to be released either on streaming or like a pay-per-view bit. But because at this point, it's looking like the next release for theaters is about early next year. Which for the Bond movie would be like, what, 9 months after initial release? Or intended release? And there's a lot of people with a lot of money tied up in that film, so I'm sure that they'd very much like to see some sort of return on that investment. Because effectively what it is, you know, the actors came in and shot it, post-production came in, edited it, post-produced it, all the different CG effects people had their work, and they finished it, and it's sitting on a shelf someplace, you know. And I'd like to see it. I'm not expecting anything from it, outside of just a very, very pretty movie. Because the cinematography in the last few Bond movies has been top-notch. Top-notch. Story's been garbage, but cinematography has been amazing. So we'll see. Come on. Come on, Doom. Fireball me. Fireball me, please. Thank you. Boink. Ankit stopping in saying, what up? What up, Ankit? Happy Sunday, my friend. Welcome to the Super Cereal Sunday Cereal Stream. Cheers, bud. Come on. Come on. Freaking Doom with his crit resist. Just slows everything up. I'm glad Disney doesn't own Bond. They would edit CGI Sean Connery into it. Wouldn't that be something? Sean Connery shows up as like the new M or somebody. Turns out James Bond was just a designation as opposed to a name all along. Tantuan says, if anyone's going to see the New Mutants, do yourself a favor and don't even bother. Not a fan. So that is 1 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down for New Mutants. Andy McPandy. What's up, Andy? How's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. What does Lucky Charms taste like? Never had them before. If you've had Cheerios, Lucky Charms is Cheerios with marshmallows with a little bit of added sugar on top. And not like good marshmallows. Like you go to the store, you buy a bag of marshmallows, right? Or like marshmallows for a campfire. No, it's not like those marshmallows. These marshmallows are like, hey, take those, leave them outside overnight, and then eat them. That's what those marshmallows are like. So it's still good. It's still sweet and sugary and all that. But not as fluffy as you would expect a marshmallow to be. you guys know that Phoenix could do that? That's got to be a bug. I didn't think Phoenix could recoil herself to death. Like, interesting. And that's just Void being Void right there. Rob, have you been following the recent spiral of DC Comics? Wonder if AT&T might sell it down the road, probably to Disney. I do not want Disney owning DC. I do not want Disney owning DC. I very much appreciate the Coke v Pepsi dichotomy of DC and Marvel. Whether they get sold or not, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up too much with with DC and the behind the scenes DC stuff, so much as the Marvel bit and people's complaints about modern Marvel books. If you got a too long didn't read version to type up quick in the chat box, I'd appreciate that. It's like freeze dry marshmallow. Kinda. But it's true though, because you compare the marshmallows in a box of cereal to the marshmallows that are fluffy in a bag of marshmallows, and there's a very clear difference. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's different. I'm sure part of that is either just in the a difference in shelf life, or the fact that it's packaged with a bunch of the rice cereal that sort of absorbs the moisture out of marshmallows. I didn't mean it, General Mills. I didn't mean it. I will gladly wear the Lucky the Leprechaun hat. Anytime. Just hit me up. You know where to reach me. Come on, Domino. Come on. Oh. Boink. Doink. Get out of here. There we go. AT&T broke DC Comics. They're firing all the good writers and leaving everybody else. Interesting. Firing them because they've been difficult, or because they've had tenure and they're trying to do we're going in a different direction sort of thing. I'm assuming that's just the for the comics, right? Not like DC, Warner Media, whatever it is, for the film side of things. Oh, it's literally freeze dry marshmallows. Well, there you go. I learned something new today. Interesting. No interest in making comics. It's not like it's a dying medium. Just because traditional comic shops are having a hard go, especially nowadays, doesn't mean that people aren't interested in reading the stories. Like fine wine. I don't know. I know that's what you're supposed to do with fine wine, but anything that you taste, but that's all you can. That's as far as like the culinary experience goes. Is not worth my time, in my opinion. Nor is it like the end of enjoying it either. You know, it's like this is wine. It's not mouthwash. I don't want to coat my mouth with wine flavor and that's it. It's not some Hunger Games nonsense, you know. Right now I made room for second dinner. Come on, Nick. Come on, dude. Almost had it. Well, that's a real shame. That's a real shame. The only thing Warner Bros. Ever got right-ish was Harry Potter. Yeah, I would argue the original storyline. I would say that. I'm not a big fan of Fantastic Beasts personally, so that's why I'm excluding them from the original movies. But I would say so. Yeah. I mean, they had John Williams on board for the first 3 films, so you can't go wrong with that. Alexander Desplat as well. Like, say what you will about the storiness or the simplicity, straightforwardness of it, the freaking music in those films is top notch. Boink. Come on, dude. Doom. Come on, man. Thank you. Goodness. Just hate Doom and his stupid crit resistance. You go up against Doom without someone that does extra dot damage, it's just gonna take forever. AT&T's been listening to social media crowd about comics instead of the industry pros who know how to get people to buy them. All the good creators left or got fired for not making Walmart books. Yeah, well, I mean, that's... Yeah. Yeah. Well, it turns out that, how am I going to say it? There's a market for everything, right? There's a market for everything. And I don't think that they got the reception or the turnout that they were hoping for. So, I mean, that's all growing pains, right? But so long as you winding up coming up with new and creative and interesting things that people are excited for, I think that's the best way that any business can succeed, right? How's that for a complete tightrope walk? It just depends. It just depends. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care about the politics end of the business stick, and the only reason I say I don't care about the politics end of the stick is so long as it comes out with a compelling, interesting, and most importantly, honest story. That's what I'm most interested in, you know? That, and don't insult your audience. Don't insult your audience. You can have fun with your audience, you can toy with your audience, you can subvert expectations, which I realize is a very loaded phrase nowadays because people have abused that to no end. But done correctly, yeah, it's really cool to be blindsided by some really fun, interesting twist that you didn't see coming, as opposed to, hey, let's build up the entire story and world and logic and then just like flip the bird and do something else entirely, and then, you know, insult your audience for going along with the story that you were telling in the first place, which also is very commonplace, especially in film nowadays. Here's looking at you, Star Wars sequel trilogy, which is such a shame. Such a shame. Because I was on board. I was so on board. And there goes the signal again. Billy, exactly. Music that gets you emotional. Yeah. Done by the who's who of like the best composers of this generation, right? Plus, how are you going to get hammered? It's by spinning it. Exactly. Although I will say I have never been more toasty in the morning than when I was having a wine night. Not beer, not spirits, freaking wine. That just did a number. All right, Falcon. Take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll catch you next time. Be well, bud. There might be a market for everything, but it doesn't make sense to go after the one millionth of those people instead of the 99% that have been buying for the years and years. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't insult your audience. Andy asking, how am I applying weakness on my basic hits? It's a mastery. Resonate. It's like a 10% chance to inflict weakness on each basic hit. But, you know, by this game standards, 10% is basically like every 3 hits, seemingly. Unless you're on a path where you are required to have a weakness on the opponent in order to deal damage, and then it actually is 10%. Billy asking, have you watched The Gentleman? I have not yet. I have not. I have heard of it. I have not seen it yet, though. All right, PP. Take care, bud. Let's do that. So I'm hoping that DC can wind up righting the ship and coming back with some killer, stellar new stories, right? I haven't read it, but I heard Batman 3 Jokers is supposed to be very well done. So I'm looking forward to reading that eventually. Couldn't tell you much about anybody else's books, though, right? I had fallen off of Superman for a good while. Mainly because, well, I mean, the whole, like, New 52 from, like, a decade ago really threw me off. I was like, okay, I get it, you know, starting over from scratch again. And then they had New 52 going for a while, and then a couple books fell off, and they're like, we're going to keep going. It's not 52 anymore, but it's still going to keep going. And then they're like, yeah, okay, take backsies. This isn't really working, so, you know, the new canon we introduced, we're actually going to, like, go back to the old canon, and It's like, make up your mind, guys. Cataclysm stopping in saying, what up, everyone? Well, what's up with you, my friend? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. We are all over the place talking about stuff tonight. We are, on one hand, chowing down on some delicious Lucky Charms. That's a Freudian slip almost. Some Lucky Charms. I'm actually really enjoying them, to be frank. It's the first time I've had Lucky Charms in 15 years, and it's a really nice treat. Also talking about DC Comics and their sort of flip-flopping on quality, I should say. And is James Bond really going to come out on streaming? I say yes, it should. I mean, we're already like halfway between like when the film was supposed to come out and like when the sequel should be coming out, or the reboot or whatever. Like, I know Idris Elba is probably not going to be the new James Bond, even though he really should be. But whoever's the new Bond. I just hope it's interesting. Goes back to like Casino Royale style interesting, as opposed to what was the last one? Not Skyfall, but the one after that. The one where they basically just copied Dr. No. Mark Hamill was great for animated Joker. Will he be a choice for live action? I don't think so. I think Mark Hamill has said that he's officially retired that character. Wound up doing the Arkham games and then doing Killing Joke, which the second half of Killing Joke was great. Because you had Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy both doing their two characters, which is great for the second half. First half, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Bleach that from memory. But whoever wants up picking it up next as like the new like essential Joker, I really do hope they put their own spin on it. Troy Baker could keep continuing on a Hamill-esque Joker styling, but I would much rather Troy Baker put his own spin on the character as opposed to doing a Hamill impression. Always feels a bit more genuine when someone's doing their own thing. Definitely going to read that too. I love Bendis, but didn't like his take on Superman. Justice League has been pretty consistent with some good stories, very Hickman-esque. Good. Good. Bendis is such a hot and cold, hit and miss author, right? Like, his take on Daredevil is absolutely amazing. Some of my favorite. Right up there with some of the Frank Miller stuff, right? But yeah, I had heard that too about Superman run. Would it be good for live action? Probably not. For live action. And I think that would only be on account of Mark Hamill's age. So unless they come up with like a new take on Batman Batman Beyond, sorry, where he would come back as like a properly aged up Joker, assuming he survived all those years somehow. Perhaps, but we'll see. Would like to see them do a live action Batman Beyond at some point. That'd be pretty cool. About to say Yucky Charms. I did almost say Yucky Charms. I would much rather see Mark Hamill pick up a live-action Joker instead of Jack Nicholson coming back to it. Because for one, I mean, I don't think Jack has acted in anything in years. But I know Mark Hamill would have a lot more fun with it. That's really what I want to see. Why do I hit magic during limbo? Sometimes it's just to build up my own power meter, just so I can razzle dazzle with some specials and move things forward a little bit. The other part is because I'm on autopilot and I'm not paying attention. That's the other bit of it too. Uh-oh. Case in point. I want Zac Efron to play Terry. That could be interesting. I'd almost just say that Zac Efron is almost too old to play that role now, right? Because Terry was supposed to be, I forget, is he a high schooler or he's in college in the beginning of Batman Beyond? Like, I think this actor would also be too old too. But who is the tall football dude from first season of 13 Reasons Why? Not like not the pervy one, but the tall dude. I forget his name, and only because I haven't seen him or recognized him in anything else yet. But he's like the right age, right build, and I think he'd be he'd be an interesting candidate, especially as like a newer, up and coming actor. Could be fun. Suppose too, it depends if they want to wind up going the Terry McGinnis is like Bruce's kid route, like in Justice League, or if they want to just like ignore that, like I kind of want to, and like, hey, no, he's just a random standalone separate person, as opposed to, yeah, surprise, he's actually ties into the whole universe. The whole Ray Palpatine nonsense thing. Like, no. She's nobody. It's so much better if she's just nobody. I thought the Aquaman movie was pretty great, to be honest. Yeah, it was surprisingly refreshing. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Aquaman 2 and who they get to play the characters. Just watching you struggle to eat the charms is funny. You know, I always go for that entertainment value. Always go for that entertainment value. It's also a fun experiment for myself, too. How many things can I do concurrently before things start just fumbling all over the place? And the answer is exactly this many. Jack doesn't need to do anything except to encourage more Batman movies, since he gets 10% either way. Yeah, seriously, right? I wonder what Jack's been doing since he hasn't been able to sit ringside for the Lakers games recently. Speaking about movies, I had completely forgotten that Wonder Woman hadn't come out yet. And then, also, along that same line, if I'm still excited to see it. Because at first it's like, I love the first one. It was so good. Well, and then I was like, hey, a sequel, that's good. Of course they're doing a sequel. The first one was such a smash bang up success. And then it's like, hey, Chris Pine is back. Oh. Oh, okay. Chris Pine's back. Okay. We'll see how that works. Hey, Kristen Wiig's in it. She's fun to watch. But then, like, more recently, it's like, hey, here's what she looks like as Cheetah. Like, the Cheetah, not just Kristen Wiig playing Kristen Wiig. And then I was like, So we'll see. Jim Carrey is Plastic Man. I don't think he would do it, but I think it'd be perfect. That'd be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Forget multiverse, let's work on multitasking. You know, baby steps. Always baby steps. Hey, stop it. Stop it, Nick. There's that. Special me, please. 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 Ah, thank you. Do that. Rob, that's sacrilege. How dare you cast a single shadow on Gal? I'm not saying anything about Gal. Wow, that crashed midway through the fight. I don't want to do that fight again. I do not want to do that fight again. Not saying anything about Gal. I mean, Gal can keep doing what Gal's been doing. It's just... And that's not casting a bad light on Patty Jenkins either, because again, first one was wonderful. I'm just looking forward to being proven wrong, is all. Why would the game just crash in the middle of the fight? Like, I know we've been joking, it's like it crashes 45 minutes on the nose reliably, but... Like, there was no... Like... No anything other... Damn it, come on, man. There we go. No, inciting factor there. Well... Can we do best 2 out of 3? I had him in the first one. You screwed me over in the second one. How about the third one? Did Marvel ever release the Black Widow movie? No, that's coming out January? Something like that. Who's my favorite champion? My favorite champion to play is Elsa Bloodstone. Hands down. Super smooth gameplay. Can do a heck of a lot. Just so much fun to play. So much fun to play. How many times tonight will I fight Nick Fury? So many times. Nick Fury is all over arenas. I hate that Nick Fury is all over arenas. Because it takes so freaking long. Nick Fury takes forever to fight because you gotta beat him twice. Gilly 99 takes forever to fight because her stupid invisibility is up all the time. Doom takes forever to fight because he's a tank with a bunch of HP, plus he's ridiculously crit resistant, which slows it down immensely. Like, I'd rather fight Domino because at least she, when you do hit her, she's just nice and squishy, right? You gotta deal with all of her evasion nonsense and lucky, unlucky, but at least when you hit her, it moves the fight along. We need Black Widow on streaming for Christmas. I'm down. I'm down. I mean, they will have wound up kicking the can down the road a year almost at the point when it finally does get out. Fury is easier to beat than Doom, I think. Sometimes. It depends. Unawakened, yeah, obviously. But it really depends on who it is you're fighting as. Because, like, if you're just burning through champs to get points and you're, like, digging into your arena fodder, Doom is going to be awful because, you know, you've got an extremely substandard matchup that you got to deal with. Come on, dude. There's that. Billy, did you guys wind up doing a tandem costume? Like, you go as another one of the X-Men? But it's always fun when everyone gets dressed up, right? See, case in point, constantly invisible. Which would be okay, I mean, if you had someone that reduced ability accuracy, if you had Medusa. But nope, lo and behold. And then she heals, because of course she heals. Come on. Get out of here. There we go. Beautiful. Would you take Unawakened Elsa as your first rank 2 6-star? Keep in mind I have no 565s. If you don't have any 565s at all, then no, you should take some champs up to 565. And the only reason for that is just because you can get 3 565 5-stars instead of 2 rank 2 6-stars. The 5-stars are going to be much better suited for you because they're a lot easier to get awakened and a lot easier to put Sig Stones on as well. That having been said, I would take Elsa up to rank 2 unawakened because her awakened ability is just some wonderful icing on the cake. Most of her kit is, it just comes standard with her. It just gives her an awful lot of extra firepower against science champs, extra large champs, and end of quest last node champs. So go on, Luke. Get out of here, my dude. There we go. And when is the Joker? Very cool. Which flavor of the Joker? If you want to see it, Rob, you can add me on Instagram. Hey, there you go. Or I could do it this way, too. Figure it's a wonderful time for a shameless plug of the evening number 2. If you guys haven't already, I do invite you guys to join the Rob Von server. It's the official Discord server of the channel. Got a link down in the description below. If you got questions, comments, concerns about champions to rank up, champs to use on specific paths, it's a great place to ask there. Got a great community building up. If you got crystal pulls to brag about or sulk about, You can do that there as well, or art, memes, photos, all that stuff. I love to see all of that. So, again, do invite you guys to join up. Got a link down in the description, and hope to see you guys there. Bye-bye, Voodoo. I created my own mix of Mark Hamill and Ledgers. Very nice. Oh, hey, there we go. So just hit the 2 mil milestone, everybody. That's it for that arena. Let's go claim all this loot. Let's do this the easy way, actually. No scrolling required. Do that and that and that. I guess there's a class specialist event on. Could have fooled me. Hero use. I was like, wait, when was there a tier 5 basic milestone in Catalyst Clash? So let's get that. Just claim all the loots. Science combat. Those are the dumbest side events. Get this last one. Awesome. Gabriel stopping in and saying, hi, I was just watching your poorly Abyss fights because I'm going to do my first path tomorrow. Just want to say thanks, bro. Your vids are going to help me out a lot. Well, much appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your Abyss run. Cheers on checking out the videos, and if you've got any questions, comments, concerns about running through the path there, yeah, feel free to ask. I am happy to help. It was a fun series. It was a really, really fun series. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Put this down. Hopefully it doesn't... There, okay, that's good. Do that, do that. Let's see now. Let's see what we can do. Because, unfortunately, everybody, it's getting to be about that time in the evening to start thinking about wrapping things up. So it looks like BG is... Oh, there we go. Pete's streaming. Do that. Realm stopping and saying, Rob, guess who I pulled? Guess who I pulled? Realm, who did you pull? Who did you pull? Please tell me. Billy saying, I'm going to hit the hay. Have a great night. Hey, you too, bud. Thanks for hanging out. It's been really cool getting to chat with you here. Take care, bud. Hey, no need to apologize, Roman. No need to apologize. It's cool to see you. Am I too late? No, not yet. I'm just about ready to start wrapping things up, but you made it in the nick of time, bud. Pulled 5-star Corvus. Holy heck, that is an amazing pull. That is an amazing pull. Good job. Very nice. Pete is a ninja streamer. Always late and very quiet. Yeah. Knows his stuff, though. Definitely knows his stuff. But, unless you guys got somebody to suggest that we go and raid, I'll probably just throw up Pete's link up there. You can go check him out. Currently, he's doing incursions. I guess 4 Loki's doing an incursion tournament. Otherwise, throw that down there. Going under the handle Rob Von Raid. There's that. And there we go, guys. That's going to be a wrap for this Sunday evening. I want to thank you all for hanging out here. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to chat with you guys the last couple hours for the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Got to chow down on some Lucky Charms. It was a very nice treat. Very nice treat. Not my personal favorite, but it was a really nice thing to have tonight, and I'm glad that it did. Be sure to tune in twofold, same time next weekend, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday for that next installment of the Sunday Serial stream, where I'm chowing down on something different. Do always invite you guys to pour yourself a bowl of something too and munch on along. Game's falling asleep right there. That's fun. Wake up, game. Base ID. There we go. But also, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night, 8 p.m. with round number 2 for 5-star Immortal Hulk. I'm going for the top 300, so be putting up a lot of points there. And I hope to chat with you guys then. If you haven't already, if you would kindly like and subscribe to the channel, that helps out the analytics, boosting the channel, helping me grow. Appreciate that. And hit the notification bell, stay on top of stuff as it drops. Gonna be a lot of gameplay stuff coming out next week, so stay tuned. I'm gonna be jumping over to Pete's stream right now. Say howdy. I hope to see you guys there. But if not, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everybody. Bye for now.